Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you guys along a little bookish week in my life. It is the last week of January, so I want to reorganize and reclaim my bookshelf because they're a disaster. I have to update my reading journal. I want to get some February hopeful books out and just a bunch of bookish things. If that's something you guys are interested in, stay tuned and let's get ready to go. It's Wednesday now. I didn't get much done Monday and Tuesday as far as book related stuff. Monday I did go to some bookstores and got some books. We can go through those later. And then yesterday I was just swamped with things to do for my job. I did start and finish Phantom by H.D. Carlton last night. But today I have a meeting at 12. And then I think we're going to try to tackle some of my bookcase. I definitely want to pull like my actual TBR down and kind of figure out where to put those. And then move some shelves around, move some things. I'm not sure, I just need a change. So I'm going to pull myself together just a little bit. Just because my hair is a little chaotic this morning. And then get some things done for work. And then I'll check back in when it's time to get our things done. I'm listening to Air of Fire on my phone, and I've been listening to this for a while, but I did a reread of Iron Flame before Onyx Storm, and I was like, I can still listen to it, it'll be fine. They're not like that related. So I finished Iron Flame, waiting for Onyx Storm, so I was like, let me listen to my book. Talking about Wyvern, Venom. I'm like, whoa, what world am I in? Like, it just got very confusing. And now I'm on chapter 27 of Air of Fire, and one of the characters like, I'll be wing leader. The parallels you see in fantasy is insane. Like, fantasy really has like one blueprint that you just build off of. Like, that's crazy. So I'm gonna continue listening to this, but I just really wanted to come on here and say like that was insane. Okay, time has come. We're going to go through my bookshelf. I'm going to kind of explain the organization method I have now. And then we're going to try to come up with a new one that's more beautiful to look at, more fulfilling, and makes sense in this noggin. So let's go ahead and I'll give you a quick little rundown of what my bookshelves are now. We're not going to go into too much detail. I'll give you a full in-depth tour when it's redone. Here on this top shelf I have my romance and fiction TBR and some biography as well, so just books I haven't gotten to yet, or I have and I just DNF for the time being. Below that I have some of my favorites. I have the Chestnut Spring series, Magnolia Parks, Windy series, and the Knock 'em Out series with this cute little romance road. And then we move down to my Boyce Tallman shelf. I did order the Eternal Embers Saving and Redeeming 6 books. They should be. And then down here we have some dark academia, mystery thriller, and then a random fourth wing, and then just some junk. And this shelf, it is my fantasy-esque type of books, and then just some overflow. So up here are just some books I have not read yet that I will hopefully get to. We have my Sarah J. Maas shrine with this cute little romantic clock clip. Then here, some Sarah J. Maas as well, it just didn't fit on the shelf. We have the Lightlark series by Alec Astor, the Shatter Me series, and Harry Potter. Powerless, so kind of YA type-esque. And then just some hardback overflow. Onyx Storm and Iron Flame go there, but they're just here. Then just some books I got recently. This cute little romantic candle, my wedding book picture, a piece of art my friend made, Adventure Challenge, and this cute little mini brands bookshelf. Over to my dark romance, we just have some special edition hardbacks that I didn't really know where else to put in a cute little Voss situation. Then we have the Devil Knight series, the Lord series. I hate that Sabotage is red, but it's whatever. This cute little skull with flowers that goes perfectly with Miss HD. So I have the indie prints as well as the new editions that she's releasing of these books, like the updated covers. Then I go into my Legacy of Gods. Let's see, Pain and Wrath are down there for a reading wrap-up. So I have those, this cute little catch-all dish with some confetti, and a bracelet that says Hudson. That goes on top of the Twisted Sister series which is also in that pile, and right there. Then we have the Delicious Players Club, Sinners of Saints series, and then the Lioness series by Sierra Ramon. Then just some overhaul of romance, dark romancy type books that I have read. And then this holds all like my bookmarks and notes I've ever received. Then down here is kind of my unread slash just don't know where to put it quite yet type of thing. And then on this very bottom shelf is my graphic novel. So I have the Boy series, Sweet Tooth, and then the Heartstopper Volume 1. It's the overview. So I think we need to take everything off, or at least take my TBR stuff off, make a pile, and then just kind of brainstorm. So we are now on my floor behind me in lovely 4 stacks of books. Are all the books on my physical TBR that I have not read, minus graphic novels. There's obviously more, so I also thought I could give you a little haul of books I've gotten recently. And we'll just combine them all. So this doesn't even fit in the screen. Majority of the most recent books I have gotten. So we're going to go through them really fast. Blood of Hercules. I've seen this on my TikTok a few times. And sometimes I'm in the mood for like a little Greek retelling. So, Ophelia, so another Greek retelling, I think. I'm not sure. I've heard a lot of things about this book, so didn't want to be left out. The next 3 books are books I found at a used bookstore near me. So I have Sweet Cruelty, which is a Dark and Disturbed exclusive edition. I've never heard of this book, but for $15, why not get an exclusive edition? Then I got 5 by Sarah Kate and Rachel Lee. I've never heard of this book, but I do love Sarah Kate, and it was only $8. So the cover is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited. Then we have Slay Less by Taylor Page. My friend has read this recently. Or not this one, but she has read Slasher Pass by Taylor Page. So I saw this. I was like, this is so freaking cute. And it's the indie version. So I'd like to support small. Also $8. We are going to save the best book I recently got for last. So next I picked up the first 2 books from the Zodiac Academy. They are getting rebranded. So I got the first 2. I've tried reading it once. By once, I think I'm at like 20 pages into the first book, and I just was like, I don't have it in me. But now that they're rebranding and I want these to sit on my shelves, I'm definitely going to try to get into that. If not this year, next year. But it's a big ask. Next, God of Ruin with the sprayed edges. I have the indie print of God of Malice and the New Bloom edition of God of Malice. So I'm trying to collect them as I go. I would love to read all of Rina Kent's universe, but we're just going to start with the Legacy of Gods and then try to maybe work our way back through the backlog. But yes, it is just so beautiful. I'm so excited so far. I've loved the series and I'm excited. The next book I have is The Lovely War, Bessie Des. I'll link her down below. She has talked about this book. It is kind of like a Greek retelling. It is a story about 4 friends. 4 family members, I'm not sure. But their story is being told by Aphrodite. Bessie does like this book, so I saw it at my Barnes and immediately picked it up. Next, I got the special edition of If We Were Villains. I have not read it yet, and I have the regular version on my shelves, but I just thought this was too gorgeous to pass up. So I picked this up, and this was also like in one of my Barnes hauls on my TikTok where their Barnes was going out of business, so everything was like 50% off. So this was obviously like a steal, and for being a special edition that there was still some left, crazy. If you've ever taken a look at my Amazon wish list for my books, you will see that on there is the Nightfall type of series I've had on there for over a year. So I picked up The Stars Are Dying, and it also has the beautiful edges, so gorgeous. So this is The Stars Are Dying. This is the first book. I'm excited. And then I also picked up The Night Is Defying, which is the second book, which is more purpley, but I'm so excited. And then the most, I'm so excited. If you follow me on TikTok, you've seen it. You've seen me cry over this. Quicksilver, but it is custom annotated for me by my friend Mary. She even made like the first page like a scrapbook. Like that is just absolutely stunning, and it's, like I said, fully annotated. So I'm excited to read this. I'm going to try to read this after I finish Air of Fire, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of maybe trying to take a step back from fantasy because I just did read Iron Flame, Onyx Storm, and now Air of Fire, so things were getting like mixed up in my brain. So I really want to read this. This is maybe one of my immediate next reads, if not my next read. So yeah, I'm so excited. We're gonna try to organize this giant pile of my TBR books into categories, and then from there I find them homes on my shelf. So let's get to organizing. Alrighty, everything has been somewhat organized, and we can go ahead and go through those piles really fast. So this, just a biography by Drew Athlow. I think I'm gonna get rid of these books. It is They Both Die at the End and The House of the Book of Night. Two classics, Lolita and the Virgin Suicides, some mysteries / thriller horrors, Greek type retellings, which I found very odd. I feel like I bought that not too long ago and I can't find it, so I guess I actually didn't buy it. So I have like a little section for like Greek type read. Over here is all of my fantasy type stuff, dark romance, fiction books, romance, dark academia, and young adult. So now that those are categorized somewhat, I need to move them over because I think I have another meeting, and then we will just move on with our day and try to get some of these shelves tackled, try to figure out where I want things put, and hopefully we can get that done. If not today, definitely before Saturday. It is now after work. It is 5:45. I had to get changed. It is a family member's birthday, so we're going out to dinner in a couple of minutes. But nothing has changed. I just lined up all of my TBR. So I still don't know, like, having them at the top made sense, but then I had special edition hardcover dark romances. So I guess I could just put all of my TBR on the very top shelves. I think that's what I might do, and then I want to find like a jar or something to put all the titles in, that way just shake it and pull. Okay, I have an update. It is now almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm not going to do anything else for today. Sounds like tomorrow's problem. However, we talked earlier, me and you specifically, about a TBR jar, and if you watch my TikTok, I got this cup from Mary that says there's no such thing as too many books, and it's too cute for me to use. I'm scared to wash it that it'll get ruined, so I'm just gonna put all like my physical TBR books in here, and that way it'll also be cute. It's book related. That's what me and you are gonna do tomorrow, because all of these, minus the dogs, need to get back on these damn shelves or I'm gonna go psychotic. Good morning, sweet baby girl princesses. It is almost 10 a.m. on Thursday. I have a few things to do for work today, but here's the agenda for you and I. For one, we're going to make a TBR jar. It's the first thing we're gonna do today. I do have a lunch to go to at like 12:30, and then another meeting at 2. But after that, it's just going to be you and I, unless something pops up. Hopefully nothing does. If there's any books I want to get rid of so we can add to that collection, or if I just want to keep them because I'm attached to everything we're going to do today. And then if there's anything else that we can do, I'll keep you updated. But for right now, I'm going to jump out this meeting, and then I will talk to you guys after lunch. Okay, you guys, this is going to be the last haul of this video. I got sent some books from my stepmother, and then I also found some other ones. So my stepmother sent me the Flowers in the Attic saga. I haven't read them, but I have seen snippets of the adaptations on TikTok, so I'm very excited. I went out and bought it. Unloved. I loved Unsteady. It was like a very small glimpse back into the Boys of Tomlin world. So I'm excited for this one. I really like Peyton's writing. I showed you my H.D. Carlton. Repurchase all the new covers. Shallow River was the only book I haven't owned. I didn't have the indie published version. Isn't that beautiful? So I now own all H.D. Carlton books minus Phantom. I picked up The Hunger Games Collector's Edition. I have, where'd it go? I got rid of all the other Hunger Games books I own a while ago. I bought The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes when it released. So, since The Reaping isn't going to come out in these covers, I'm going to try to thrift these covers of Hunger Games. That way they'll match, and then hopefully we'll get a Reaping of this one. So that's my game plan. So stunning. So I'm so excited. We're going to go ahead and get a head start on the TBR jar because there's a lot to go through. I obviously have added more books into that pile with shopping, so let's go. Okay, I've come up with a game plan. I got myself into some comfy clothes. Step one. I think what I'm going to do is as I'm putting them in my TBR jar, I'm also going to be adding them to my Fable account, like their own little shelf. I'm just going to write like Flowers in the Attic series, and then I'm going to read the entire series. Like the Natural series, I've only read the first book. I'll read the remaining 3. I think that's the best way to go about it, just so I'm not like pulling up, let's say, Killer Instinct in the Natural series. Next book is something completely random and I don't get to finish the series and forget what's happening. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then we might get started on fixing this problem because it's just so bad to look at, especially when I'm on work calls because this is my background and it just looks so empty and I absolutely hate it. Physical books on my TBR are in this cute little cup that is done, and when I just don't know what to read, we'll go pull from it. I also have organized all the books into piles behind me of genres that they are. So now we're going to go ahead and put all these back up on their shelves, but I think is new fantasy to this shelf. So then it'll be fantasy, romance, dark romance. I think that's what I'm going to do. So then I'm going to go ahead and put all my fantasy TBR up here, romance TBR, and then dark romance TBR over there. And then we'll slowly move the shelves over. So to listen to Heir of Fire, I'm almost done with part 1. On chapter 31, I think. But I'm going to go ahead and finish listening to that. content around. And then probably mess with dark romance just so it reads better as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take everything off these shelves and then put these books elsewhere. Do I put dystopian with fantasy? I have Shatter Me, so I feel like I should put Hunger Games with it as well. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Fantasy shelf. It is so cute. I think it reads so much better. And then obviously I have room for improvement. But for here, I just put some Greek retellings, Harry Potter, and then my dystopian type. I do need to find the original covers of Hunger Games to kind of flow with that. Here we just have series or hardbacks. So I'll put Onyx Storm and Iron Flame here after I do a video, Invisible Life, and then some YA, a Romantic Candle, obviously Sarah J Maas in her little area, TBR. And then same thing pretty much goes here. You saw me do it. I just think this shelf is so gorgeous and I'm absolutely in love with it. And here I just have a Mini Brands bookshelf in my jar. And then for dark romance, same thing, TBR, some series, some more series, and then just miscellaneous. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll fill out my book journal and all that good stuff. Alright guys, that is it for me for this week. We have unhauled books. We have gone through our TBR, made a TBR jar, which I'm so excited to use. We have done so many book hauls, I need to be stopped. But you know that. We have reorganized our beautiful shelves. We have filmed TikToks. We have done it all. So thank you so much for spending this bookish week in my life with me. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week.